After many dry weeks and months in a row, it was kind of nice to see a soggy day across the state line. About a half an inch to an inch worth of rainfall across a lot of the state line. Of course, this is just a sampling of some of the rainfall that we've seen, but there's some large areas that saw a good inch plus for rain over the course of the day, and still a little more that may be out on radar as we go throughout the rest of the evening. You can see those spotty showers still lingering around. This line of activity brought some pretty good downpours, especially over Winnebago over the course of the evening hours. They're breaking up now and are likely to go into the overnight hours of fairly dry conditions. Not much else moving in, but there is this little cluster of showers located right near I-80 that could slide in early tonight before we catch a break going into Friday morning. So here's future track. Rest of the night looking fairly quiet. You can see once we get beyond about 1 in the morning, the rain dries up briefly, but then it starts to come back around sunrise. You can see those widely isolated showers again. So there will be plenty of dry time early in the morning, but keep in mind you might want to have the rain jacket handy just in case, because there could be these little very hit or miss showers early in the morning. Later in the morning, after about 10 o'clock, that's when we see the steady rain start to slide back in. So between about 10 a.m. to the early afternoon, steady showers like we saw early this morning, possibly some quick downpours, and then the rain gets a little more scattered after that. We'll get into the afternoon in just a second, but wanted to point out the visibility as well. You can see some areas of fog beginning to develop. DeKalb down under 2 miles for the visibility. So as you look at future track, spotty or patchy fog possible in the morning, and this is a good example. You can see Freeport down under 1 mile for visibility, elsewhere looking clear, and that's going to be kind of hit or miss throughout a lot of the mornings. You can see Sublette visibility dipping, but Freeport back up again, so watch out for these patches of fog. It's not going to be spread across the state line, but it may be a little hard to see for that morning drive. Until we get to about 10 in the morning, that's when the fog clears out and will clear the rest of the day. So patchy fog late tonight, some scattered showers early, another warm night, 62 degrees for the overnight low, and then throughout the course of the morning, temperatures slowly rising from the low 60s into the low 70s with spotty showers throughout a lot of the morning, but again, the rain picking up just a little during the later half of the morning. You can see on future track that we do have that spotty activity throughout much of the afternoon, a little more scattered than those morning hours, and by the time we get to the evening, things are expected to dry out a little. So forecast for tomorrow afternoon, 74, some scattered showers continuing. We get into Friday evening, and that's when that rain starts to wind down a little, but be prepared for a stray shower or two during those evening hours as temperatures stay mild in the 60s. From there, it's all about the heat for the weekend. Temperatures back up into the 80s as we head into Saturday as well as Sunday with dry conditions. And then we keep some warmth around, but not quite as warm as this weekend. Still in the 70s next week with chances for rain popping up for several days next week. In your most accurate 10-day forecast, we eventually get back down into the 60s. That consistent fall weather could be finally arriving as we head into next weekend. In the meantime, still dealing with the summer-like weather and still on target. Another day in a row. Cash total up to $234, Brittany.
Wow, look at all that money in the bank. Alex, thanks for that.